Welcome to World Alert Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The headlines flashed worldwide, capturing the attention of millions. From bustling city centers to quiet rural homes, people everywhere tuned in to breaking news about a small island in the vast South China Sea. The world watched as a new chapter unfolded in one of the most contested regions on the planet. Philippines completes longest military runway in disputed waters. The announcement sent ripples through diplomatic circles and military headquarters alike, signaling a significant shift in the region's dynamics. In the heart of the South China Sea, the new runway on Pagasa Island stands as a bold and unmistakable statement of sovereignty. It's a feat of engineering, but more than that, it's a declaration of intent. A message that the Philippines is ready to defend its place in these contested waters. This is not just about asphalt and concrete. It's about national pride, resilience, and a refusal to be intimidated by larger powers. For the Filipino people, the runway is a symbol of hope and determination, a testament to their enduring spirit. For years, China has built artificial islands, transforming reefs into military fortresses and extending its reach across the sea. Massive runways, radar domes, and missile batteries have appeared seemingly overnight, shifting the balance of power and raising alarm across Southeast Asia. The Philippines, often outmatched and overshadowed, has now changed the narrative. By completing this runway, they have shown the world that even smaller nations can stand up and assert their rights, refusing to be sidelined in their own backyard. The runway is a powerful message to Beijing and the international community. We are here. This is ours. Every landing and takeoff is a reminder that the Philippines will not be pushed aside. The strategic implications are immense. Control of airstrips like this one means faster response times, greater surveillance, and a stronger presence in the region. It changes the calculus for everyone involved, from military planners to diplomats. Larger aircraft can now operate from the heart of the disputed Spratly Islands, bringing supplies, reinforcements, and humanitarian aid when needed. This new capability enhances the Philippines' ability to protect its citizens and interests far from the mainland. What was once a vulnerable outpost exposed to the elements and potential threats is now a formidable forward base. Upgraded facilities, radar installations, and a permanent military presence have transformed Pagasa Island into a stronghold. The balance of power, long tilted in China's favor, begins to shift, however slightly. Each new development on Pagasa Island is a reminder that the region's future is not set in stone, and that determination can alter the course of history. The timing of the announcement is no accident. It comes amid rising tensions with protests in Manila and heated debates in international forums. The world is watching and every move is scrutinized. The runway is both a practical tool and a powerful symbol. It represents the Philippines' resolve to defend its territory and its willingness to invest in its own security and future. It declares unequivocally that the Philippines will no longer stand by while its sovereign rights are eroded. The government's message is clear. The era of inaction is over. It is a concrete line drawn in the sand and sea, a boundary that says, this far, no further. The runway's very existence is a challenge to those who would seek to redraw the map by force. The world watches to see how China will react to this act of defiance. Will it escalate tensions or open the door to new negotiations? The uncertainty adds to the tension in the region. The stakes are high and the region's future hangs in the balance. As ASEAN leaders meet and naval vessels patrol the contested waters, one thing is clear. The new runway on Pagasa Island has redrawn the lines in the sand, and the next moves will shape the destiny of the South China Sea for years to come. The new runway is a game changer for the Philippine military. It transforms Pagasa from a vulnerable outpost into a resilient forward base. Modern fighter jets can now be stationed on the island, providing rapid response air defense. The runway enhances surveillance missions, allowing for persistent monitoring of disputed waters. Heavy lift transport planes can deliver troops and supplies quickly, ensuring self-sufficiency. The runway is the backbone of a new, more robust Philippine presence. It reduces reliance on slow-moving ships and strengthens the island's defensive posture. The Philippines now has a watchful eye in the sky, operating from a strategic location. The logistical benefits are crucial for sustaining the civilian community and military garrison. The contrast between the Philippine project on Pagasa Island and China's activities in the South China Sea is stark and telling. On one side, you have a naturally formed, vibrant island, rich with vegetation and life, while on the other, a sprawling, gray artificial fortress rises from the sea, built by human hands and heavy machinery. This visual difference alone speaks volumes about the two nations' approaches to asserting their presence in these contested waters. The Philippines has chosen to upgrade and modernize an existing facility on Pagasa, a naturally occurring island that has long been inhabited and administered by Filipinos. Their efforts focus on improving what is already there, strengthening defenses, enhancing infrastructure, and ensuring the safety and well-being of the island's residents and military personnel. In stark contrast, China has embarked on a massive campaign of island building, using dredgers and construction equipment to create entirely new land masses where none existed before. These artificial islands are constructed at a rapid pace, transforming shallow reefs and atolls into formidable military outposts. The Philippine approach is measured and defensive, focused on modernizing and defending what is already theirs. Their upgrades are aimed at maintaining a presence and protecting their territory, rather than expanding it. Meanwhile, China's actions represent a radical transformation of the marine environment. The construction of artificial islands has led to significant environmental damage, destroying coral reefs and disrupting marine ecosystems that have existed for centuries. The scale of China's construction is staggering. These artificial islands are not just outposts, they are massive military fortresses complete with runways, radar installations, missile systems, and large garrisons, fundamentally altering the balance of power in the region. By comparison, the Philippine runway is a modest, defensive measure. It is small in scale and intended primarily for resupply, patrol, and humanitarian missions, rather than for projecting power. The Philippine upgrades are a direct response to the increasing militarization of the sea by other powers, not the cause of it. Their actions are about safeguarding their own territory and people, rather than escalating tensions. Ultimately, the Philippine project seeks to secure its rightful footing on a natural island it has legally administered for decades, reinforcing its sovereignty and commitment to peaceful habitation. This distinction between natural outpost and artificial fortress is critical, not just in the court of international opinion, but also under international law, where the legitimacy of claims often hinges on the nature and history of the territory in question. The Philippines combines legal action with a physical presence, and the Pagasa runway is key. The landmark 2016 ruling by the Permanent Court of Arbitration invalidated China's expansive claims. The ruling recognized the Philippines' sovereign rights to its exclusive economic zone. The civilian community on Pagasa Island plays a vital role in this strategy. By maintaining a functioning town, the Philippines strengthens its claim under international law. The new runway reinforces this strategy, improving the viability of the Pagasa community. It is an investment in the civilian presence that underpins the Philippines' legal claim. The runway integrates military deterrence with a sophisticated legal and diplomatic gambit. The new runway on Pagasa Island raises the stakes in the South China Sea. Philippine fighter jets will likely have more frequent encounters with Chinese aircraft. Each encounter carries the potential for miscalculation or provocation. China's response has been predictably hostile, increasing its military presence. The environment is volatile, with a single mistake potentially triggering conflict. The margin for error is razor-thin, demanding careful diplomacy and clear communication. Peace in the region hangs in a delicate balance. The new runway is part of a broader strategy with the United States. The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement strengthens the security partnership. American forces provide vital intelligence and support to Filipino counterparts. The runway on Pagasa Island complements this alliance, offering a forward position. It enhances the interoperability of the two militaries, making their deterrence more credible. The alliance reshapes the security landscape of the region. For local communities in Palawan, the new runway is a source of hope and anxiety. Fishermen have faced Chinese harassment for years, and the runway offers hope for protection. There is pride among Palawenos, seeing the runway as a symbol of national defiance. However, the increased military presence turns their home into a strategic target. They worry about the potential for conflict, feeling caught between giants. Despite the dangers, life goes on, and communities adapt to the new reality. The runway is more than a military project, it directly shapes their future. Their fears are real, but so is their determination to persevere. The resilience of these communities is remarkable. They are active participants in this national drama. The new runway on Pagasa Island is a powerful symbol of national sovereignty. It represents a courageous stand by a smaller nation against overwhelming force. The project embodies a shift from diplomatic protest to active defense. It demonstrates that smaller nations have options to assert sovereignty. The runway serves as an inspiration for other claimant states in the region. The stakes are high, with the future of the South China Sea in question. Peace and stability in this region are a global concern. The Pagasa runway is a focal point in the larger struggle for international law. The path forward demands careful diplomacy and unwavering resolve. The runway stands as a testament to the Filipino spirit and hope for peace.